Okay, so we're going to do the determinant for the very same matrix. So we expect to get the same answer, but we're going to do it expanding around a different location. In the previous video, we expanded around the first column. This time, I'm going to draw the balloon, the dotted balloon, around the second row. We're going to expand around the second row and see if we can get the same answer we got before, which was negative 14. Solution. So the determinant of A is equal to, okay, so we're starting with this number here, 0. Now, the sign that is accompanying that position, if you recall, is a negative. See, and that's because the upper left corner always starts positive. As we move down and to the right and all over, we always alternate signs. So if the top number, negative 1, was positive assigned to that position, then clearly the number below it is assigned a negative. So that's negative, whatever that number is, which happens to be 0, times the little mini determinant, which is formed by crossing out the row and column that this 0 lives in. It leaves 3 down below 6 and negative 1 down below negative 9. Okay, now it's kind of an unimportant issue about what goes in there because we're about to multiply it by 0 and it's going to disappear. But just so that you'll see how it all works, I go ahead and include it for the example. Then the next position we're moving to is the number 2. And that comes with a positive assigned to that position. Then the number in that position is the number 2 times the little mini determinant formed by crossing out the row and column that 2 lives in. That's going to leave a negative 1, and then down below a 2. Do you see that? A negative 1, then down below a 2. And then it's going to leave on the other column a negative 1 down below a negative 9. And finally, we move over to the negative 3. Now that position itself is assigned a negative number and negative sign. And then the number itself is negative 3. So you see we have a double negative, which will eventually clean up to a positive, times a little mini determinant formed when we cross out the row and column that negative 3 lived in. That's going to leave a negative 1 down below 2. And the second column, it leaves a 3 down below 6. Okay, so let's clean this up. Negative 0 is just 0. 0 times anything. This whole mess here is just 0. Plus 2 times, okay, now get ready, times the bracket. We're going to take the determinant of this little 2 by 2, so it's cross product minus cross product, negative 1 times negative 9 minus 2 times negative 1. And then I'm running out of room, so I'm going to, if you don't mind, go to a new line. Double negative 3 is plus 3 times bracket, cross product minus cross product, negative 1 times 6 minus 2 times 3. The minus in the middle is part of the formula for the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, continue to clean this up. We get 2 times bracket. Double negative is positive. Negative times negative is 9. Minus and minus is plus 2. And then plus the 3 times negative 6 minus 6. Great, that's going to be 0. Okay, so this is 2 times, of course I made a mistake here, but because negative 6 minus 6 is not 0, it is negative 12. So back to what we're doing, 2 times 9 plus 2 is 11, plus 3 times negative 12. Negative 6 plus negative 6 is negative 12. So that's going to equal a positive 22 and then a negative 36, and that equals negative 14. So here we are getting exactly the same answer we got when we did the same problem, but we expanded about the first column instead of the second row. And what that does is it gives us the freedom of choosing which row or which column we want to expand about. And because we're lazy, we choose the row or column that has the most zeros.